Hi, everybody. It's Mike from here, the Watchman. Man, I'm excited about this one today. I finally get to turn the table and put my wife, Jeannie, on the hot seat today. I'm going to interview Jeannie today. It's always fun for a husband to kind of, challenge their wife a little bit. She wanted me to promise not to stump her with any questions, but hey, all bets are off. We're on camera now. So what I want to do is talk to Jeannie today about her recent trip to Israel.
I'm so excited to share one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had visiting Israel.
Well, talk to me a little bit, talk to the audience a little bit. This was your first trip to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Jeannie's bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
And she came to, we sat down and talked about it, and she said, it's on my bucket list. And I personally won't travel out of the United States. But she was like, I really, really want to go. And you were going over there with Derek and Sharon Gilbert as part of the tour. And it was just fascinating what went on there. Now, first, before we get into the actual tour stuff, while you were gone, Israel was being attacked by the Iranians right there in the Golan Heights. The news media here said, you all know, that it was like World War III. It was happening. It was going down. I, of course, am up here in the mountains of Idaho. Jeannie's over there in Israel, where she rarely answers her phone. So I'm texting Messianic Rabbi Zev Parat, asking him if everything is okay. And his response to me was, what are you talking about? Now, Jeannie, tell us a little bit about that. While you were in Israel, did you feel safe? I mean, what did you see in the terms of security forces and things like that?
Well, first, the day that most of the activity was going on, we happened to be on our bus tour over at Mount Hermon, which is amazing, by the way, in the Golan Heights area. And we did see some IDF, some military tanks, and some personnel on that road. But that's pretty common in Israel. Let me just say, I have never felt more at peace and safer than I did on this trip. So we actually were to go on tour upon a particular mountain, and the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, told us that we couldn't go up on that mountain. So we did to another spot instead. But we weren't at all concerned. We actually saw Israel's Iron Dome,
wow,
which was so cool. And we proceeded back to our tour, and then eventually made it back to our hotel. Well, later that night, we discovered that mountain that we were planning to go up was indeed the mountain that Iran from Syria was bombing. And of course, the Iron Dome intercepted the missiles, and nothing was harmed in Israel. And Israel did, they did
retaliate.
They did strike back, as they should, because they are protecting their turf. But it was so different from what the American media, from what the mainstream media reported. Israel was defending themselves, and it wasn't Syria. It had nothing to do with Assad. It was all about Iran, and Iran lying about their weaponry being manufactured with the uranium in Syria. So Israel fortunately took out some of those sites where they were manufacturing uranium munitions. So we felt safe and blessed in Israel, and there's nothing else like walking in the steps of our forefathers, our Old Testament forefathers, walking in the steps of Abraham, of Joshua, of some of the prophets, of Daniel, of David, and then of course Jesus. And it was just a trip to be remembered.
Well, now, before we get into the details of the trip, Jeannie, are you just saying you felt safer in Israel than you did in New York City?
Yeah. You know what's really fascinating? Here's what's really fascinating. And I have to thank Pam, our friend Pam, for this one, okay? I was explaining to Pam that what we learned is that in Israel, all the teenagers, once they graduate from high school, they take 2 years of civil service and they join the IDF, and they are trained. They're trained to shoot a gun. They're trained to defend themselves. They're trained in all kinds of things. They get into amazing physical condition, and they're so patriotic. I felt like it was the Reagan era in the United States. Everybody was so excited. It was a 70th anniversary celebration, and people were dancing in the streets celebrating their independence, and the young people were so patriotic. And you know what occurred to Pam, and she sent me an email back. She said, you know, we need to train in the spiritual realm. We need to be armed, you know, put on the full armor of God in the spiritual realm, because what you see in Israel is physical attack, but what you see here in the United States coming back home is a spiritual realm attack to the highest level that I've ever experienced it. And in order to be prepared for that, you have to put on the full armor of God. And so it really reinforced and encouraged me going to Israel, seeing land and seeing where Jesus walked and feeling the Holy Spirit all around us, but coming back and knowing the Holy Spirit is amongst us here too. However, the spiritual realm is at war in the United States. And so it really encouraged me knowing that the Lord not only sent me to Israel to see to walk where his son walked, which is such a blessing. I mean, it was an amazing experience. And we had the best time with Derek and Sharon and the people that joined us. Zev Parat showed up.
Yeah, Zev actually came and spoke.
He did, and that was another divine appointment. He wasn't scheduled to speak, but
you don't have to go all the way to Israel to hear Zev speak. You
No.
can come to Long Island, New York,
at our
August
next
9th
conference.
through 11th at our next conference.
Yeah.
Here, the WATCHMEN, MEN.com. Go check it out. Now, Jeannie, let's talk about some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because we can, you know, Israel is a very blessed place. It's a place you go to really get in touch with God, but you also have fun while you're there. You know, I mean, and this thing. Now, first of all, being a foodie, anywhere I ever go, I always want to know about the food. Was the food good there? Do they chemtrail there? What's that all about?
Okay, it's amazing. I didn't see a single chemtrail in Israel. I think the IDF would shoot down any plane that was spraying toxic chemicals in Israel. It was
so the
clean.
Produce is good.
Oh, the produce is bright in color. It's fresh. It's plump. The spices and the food, the oil, the olive oil. It's just it's amazing. It is so good, and we just felt so nourished. And I mean, you'll love the food when you go to Israel. And
they have like a lot of lamb and chicken, beef.
Lamb, beef. Yeah.
And did you actually witness Sharon Gilbert eating?
You know, Sharon is amazing and beautiful, and has so much energy, and had recently lost a lot of weight. I mean, I think she lost half her body weight. Anyway, she was enjoying so much the food, and we got a lot of exercise because we do walk quite a bit. You don't have to if you're not in shape. You don't have to go do some of the trekking that we did, but she got a lot of exercise, and it was really fun to just indulge in the culture, including the food, and it was amazing. The food's amazing. The sites, the ancient sites, are amazing. The fact that the Bible comes alive and that you can just envision, like, as for example, when we went on the boat ride in the Sea of Galilee and we saw the museum where they found a boat that was built during the era of Jesus. It could have even been the boat that Jesus was on with Peter and the disciples. But we actually rode in the Sea of Galilee, and I was in tears. I was just so touched. I could feel the Holy Spirit just absolutely enveloping us, and we could see in the sky the most beautiful sunsets. I'll have to post some of the pictures online.
I haven't even seen the pictures.
Sunsets and the rays coming through the clouds, the billowing beautiful clouds, and then, you know, we knew that if we'd hear thunder, that it was the voice of God. Israel is an incredibly blessed place, and the ruins are so unique and so interesting, and you can't describe it. You're just brought to tears, and the fact that you can fellowship with like-minded believers and have, you know, just amazing commentary on the places we go makes me so excited to be going back.
That's right. I mean, L.A. Marzulli and Peggy are over there now. So is Audrey and Brian, friends of ours that come to hear the
Pastor Paul
Pastor
is there
Paul's in Jerusalem.
doing the legwork now, as well as Rick Wiles with True News. He's in Bethlehem. So three people we love are all, as we speak, as we're doing this video, in Israel right now.
Yeah. And now we have coming up in October, it's a Hear the Watchman, Pastor Paul Begley Ministries tour to Israel. Jeannie will be there. She's one of the organizer, and Pastor Paul and Zev Parat will be there. There'll be other speakers. What's that all about? How do people get involved with that?
Well, first of all, I urge you, okay, we're not getting any younger. Time is running out. We just don't know where things are going, but this is the 70th year. It is a pivotal year in history. And I urge you, if you have any desire to take a trip that you will cherish for the rest of your life, where you will meet people that you will want to stay friends with for the rest of your life, I urge you to consider signing up. And we are getting sold out. In fact, I think we're even to the point where we might have to add another bus. So we're making that determination. But if you go to our website, hearthewatchman.com, you'll see a button that says Israel Tour. And if you click on that, it'll show you the entire brochure, the itinerary, and the amazing things that we're going to see. Pastor Paul is truly an expert. I think he's been, 6 or 7 times to Israel. He and Heidi have been so many times. And what we did several months ago is Pastor Paul and Heidi and I got together, and I said, Paul, let's not go on a stock trip. Let's not go on just a tour that anyone can click on and buy. Let's customize this. Let's take these sites that are the most incredible, the most nurturing, the most outstanding, and let's create a trip of a lifetime. And let's do it in the fall after the High Holy Season, so that we can have free access to all these activities that when it's crowded, you can't get in. So we're going to have free access. It's going to be, we're going to get to see so many places that we might not otherwise get to see. Pastor Paul is going to do commentary. Zev is going to do commentary. We're going to even meet with Yehuda Glick, which is part of the Sanhedrin. He is going to be there. We're also going to be having commentary with Stephen Ben-Nun, God willing, who is supposed to be in Israel at the time. So you're going to meet some most amazing people to share what they have to share about Israel and just the blessings of Israel, not to mention the amazing things that you will experience. You come back from Israel ever changed. There's something about going on this trip that will just change your heart and change your heart. And just so you know, the trip is all inclusive, 3 meals a day. Even your flight if you leave from New York. And you can leave from anywhere. They might just add a couple $. But if you have frequent flyer miles, or you just want to meet us in Israel and another place, you can just buy the ground package, and that's under $3,000.
Hotel room.
The 4-star hotels, beautiful, beautiful hotels, deluxe motor coaches, a professional tour guide, in addition to hanging out with Pastor Paul and Heidi.
Are you serious?
And Zev, Messianic Rabbi Zev Parat, who goes all over China, goes all over Israel, and preaches the gospel. He's an amazing guy with an amazing testimony.
So listen, folks,
it's so much fun.
We're running out of time here today. We were going to do a part where Jeannie was going to talk about how wonderful it is to be married to me, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So
next time.
Okay. You have to tell the truth now. Okay.
No,
listen, folks, don't miss the bus. Go to Hear the Watchman MEN.com. You can go to Pastor Paul BegleyProphecy.com. He has a button there too that you can push. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can see a video piece that we put out about the trip to Israel. You can also access that from our website. Just go below the speakers, click the button that says past pictures and presentations, and just click that and go through there. You'll see the tour video that we put together. Don't miss out on this. It's a once in a lifetime thing. It was Jeannie's bucket list to go once, and the God provided for her to go twice. And so go there, be a part of it, get involved. Listen.
And you have to register by June, so don't delay. You want to register by the month of June for the best possible pricing and the best access.
So
to
get busy.
we're doing. Yeah.
Go on there, do what you need to do, and Jeannie and Pastor Paul will see you in Israel. That's going to wrap it up today for the Watchmen's Report. Until next time, when we see you here, don't ever forget, there's nothing that you can't do with Jesus in your heart, except nothing at all. Activate your faith. Go to Israel. Be a part of the movement. Do it, and do it today. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you next time here on the Watchmen's Report.
Shalom.
Shalom.